is Dan.
And my name is also Dan.
And welcome back to the Dan and Games Man podcast, your fortnightly gaming podcast. And this time we are angry.
Very angry.
This time we're going to be talking about games that made us rage quit. Some of which I have been playing this week, but first things first, what have you been playing this week, Dan?
So, I'll start with a new one, and that is, I'm going to assume it's Ball X Pit or Ball Times Pit. Ball Pit. And it's mental.
You did send me a message saying don't play it.
Yeah, less in a it's bad way, more in a you'll get vitamin D deficiency kind of way, because it's
slightly addictive.
It tickles all of those roguelike buttons that we both have, and it's by Devolver Digital. Some of those that I've enjoyed are Rogue Legacy 1 and 2.
Nice.
Very fun. It's basically a ever-moving sort of Arkanoid thing, but you're against waves of weird enemies, and you're one kind of villager. You unlock different classes, but you also get different types of balls, and you keep going, and then you can merge them like the powers in Vampire Survivors, and it starts off being like, am I going to like this? And then several hours later, you've forgotten what your family's faces look like, and everything is just constantly going past you like Guitar Hero vision. And you're like, oh, I have a problem.
Roguelikes.
Recommend.
I think roguelikes are like caffeine to ADHD people. It just kind of settles the brain because there's so much going on all the time. You're like, yay! And then you go, hang on, it's been 4 hours. I haven't eaten. I haven't moved.
Oh, this thing does that and that one does that. Maybe if I get them at the same time, I can combine them and oh yeah.
Is it one of those ones where that's what you're kind of thinking of? You're thinking, right, next time I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And yeah.
You know which ones are worth getting. So there's one you can get a ghost ball so it passes through enemies rather than bouncing off. Excellent. But also you can combo that with like an elemental damage. So as it goes through, it like electrocutes a buttload and then it travels to other ones like, haha.
Oh, that sounds... sounds like it's going to really get that dopamine flowing.
Yeah, and then you get to like, there's even a small village building element to it. So you go back to the top of the pit after each run and you upgrade your little town with different buildings which give you different characters and other things for resources, and it's quite like, ooh, fun.
See, I've still been playing Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
Oh, yes.
And I feel like I'm really starting to crack the surface of that, excuse the pun. Like, that's my big... I feel like you can only really do one big roguelike at a time.
That's fair.
And that's mine. I'm still, every morning, wake up, make coffee, hour, 2 hours, 3 hours of that, depending how much time I have. I think it's like Gate 3 now, so I'm actually starting to make some real progress. I'm basically like nearly halfway through the difficulties, but like where I've built up my resources, done my character upgrade, started to get some of the really cool guns, because like basically as you get further in, you start to get some really cool guns. Like, I've got one with the Juggernaut kind of gunner class now, where it's just like rockets. They just go and fly all around and smash and blow everything up, and you can make them set the ground on fire.
Perfect.
And yeah, it's very much the same kind of thing with any roguelike. It's like more.
They
do take your time. What was the other game?
So, 2 more, but they are both putting on previously comfy jumper games, and that is Helldivers 2. I've been jumping into that, yep. Not quite coaching through, because I've already been playing a load in there with it, but shepherding the brother-in-law a little bit as he's been joining the
nice, yeah,
joining the
Helldivers. Get a family member into.
And it was relatively new player and veteran diver coming back, forgetting some of the controls. It was chaos.
Not a team killing?
More a lot of taking myself off of the sensors accidentally. Like, you know the ridiculous grenade launcher pistol? Like, not the gun, but the big one that's like a mini nuke. Yeah, forgetting I had that equipped, something jumped into my face, boom. Oh. Just redacted the area.
It's been a while since I jumped back in. I know it's like slowly, it's kind of, it feels like it's, does it feel like it's dying?
I don't think so. Like, I think since I last properly played, they've added weapon customization.
Yes, how's that now?
Very fun. It's not like all across the board, like the main gun I use, you only get different scopes, so it's a bit like, well. But yeah, you do get different underbarrel attachments and other bits and pieces. It's an extra little thing to play.
Might jump back in at some point.
Yeah, that's good. There's some pretty wild new stratagems you can get. You can get a laser turret, very fun.
Oh, that's
You
cool.
can get a portable silo.
I did see that. Is that like a portable missile silo?
Yeah, it comes in, like, embeds itself in, gives you a laser designator, and you can just go like, kill that. And it just...
That's cool.
It's very good. I like it.
Loads more like kind of battle passes on there then.
Yes. Oh god. There's a good like 5 or 6 since.
See, I don't think I've been on since the Halo ODST one dropped. Again, excuse the pun.
Yeah, I don't think I had until then, and there's been more since that as well. It's
yeah.
quite great. And other than that, Dan, are you sitting down?
What have you been playing?
I have finally finished Expedition 33.
So probably was actually quicker to go and do the actual expedition than it was you finishing
Probably,
it.
yes.
Now, we have just before the podcast discussed it a little bit, but we're going to do, because I dare say we actually saw in the news and you said before this podcast, it has won its first game of the year, which does seem quite early in October.
Although for that game, it's quite late. It should have gotten them all already.
Yeah, it should have just given up when that game came out. We are going to do a full spoiler cast in the next few weeks of Clair Obscura Expedition 33, which will obviously contain massive spoilers. Now we've both finished it. There's a lot of stuff we want to discuss, and yeah, I've been chomping at the bit for about 6 months to discuss it, so I'm glad you're finally done.
Yes, and we can laugh about how ridiculous it was in the end for me.
Yes. Yeah, so stay tuned for that podcast coming in the very near future. Did you have any other time to play anything else?
No, that's kind of been, taking up the space.
So I started playing, since it was added to PlayStation Plus this month, and it's spooky season, I started playing Alan Wake 2.
Ooh, funsies. How is?
Now, I think it's been about 13 years since Alan Wake came out, and probably about the same amount of time since I played it. I did play American Nightmare a couple of years ago on the Games Pass. On the Games Pass.
On the Games Pass.
But I didn't really enjoy it.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the first game. I thought that one was a bit like, go here, now go here, now go back there again, now go back there again. I was like, yeah. But Alan Wake 2 literally basically just grasps you by the throat from the start.
Excellent.
And is like straight in, like, slight spoilers for the first 15 minutes of a game, which you probably should check out, yourself included, on PlayStation Plus this month. Basically, the game starts and you are a big, fat, naked man walking out of the lake.
And in the game.
And you basically come to a campsite and you get brutally murdered by a group of people called the Cult of the Tree, who then proceed to cut your heart out. And it has the classic horror trope of flashing image coming up. And basically as well, me and my wife in a moment have started rewatching the X-Files from the start, because she's never watched them, and the crossover is quite fantastic. Like, you play as two FBI agents, and you're just exploring like the world of Alan Wake. It's kind of going back to the same locations in the first game. I'm about 2 chapters in. I don't really want to spoil anything that happens. There's some really weird juxtaposition bits, and like some literally like really weird juxtaposition and bits in it, like where it goes from in-game graphics to actual actors.
Oh, cool.
There's a bit where it goes to a talk show, and it's like Alan Wake talking to the presenter, but it's actually the characters, like the actors. It's really odd.
That's fun.
It's really well done. It's definitely it's got the kind of, it's very dark, it's very spooky. There's a lot of jump scares.
We like.
It's definitely one I think you'd really enjoy. And yeah, me and my wife are playing through that at the moment. And speaking of Halloween, because Halloween drops the Friday after this podcast, we weren't going to not do a Halloween special because we are big horror fans. So you will be getting a bonus podcast next Friday, Halloween, or Hallows Eve.
Get your pumpkins.
But also, that's not all I've been playing this month. Which one should I get onto first? They're both games that have made me fairly angry. So, in the last podcast, I said I'd started playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
I remember you saying it was maybe a little bit sticky in places.
It's a little bit tough. Some of those checkpoints are a little bit brutal. I persevered. I'm slowly pushing through that one. Mm-hmm. I was like, I wonder what other Castlevania games there are. So then I was playing Castlevania Rondo of Blood.
Okay.
Which is on the same disc. It's in front of me, but I'm not going to lean in front of the camera and go there in front of it for those watching on YouTube. That one's pretty good. It's definitely much more of your kind of traditional Castlevania. Basically, it's a side-scrolling, get to the end, defeat the boss.
Fair.
So I've been playing a fair amount of that. until that gets really difficult because it's old school Konami hard. I think that one was released on the PC Engine.
Okay.
To begin with, so it has some really good. The music on Rondo of Blood, I think, this is an unpopular opinion, but I think Rondo of Blood has better music than Symphony of the Night.
Ooh.
But then, after getting annoyed by that one, I decided to go back and play what I looked up, and most people consider to be the greatest Castlevania of all time.
Simon's Quest.
Not Simon's Quest. Castlevania 4 on the SNES.
Ooh.
Which I haven't got a physical copy of yet, because I'm holding out for a physical cartridge and just finding one in good condition. It's getting hard. And that's some good Castlevania. Good points. Now, this is the start of the rant of the episode. I'm just going to rant basically most of the way through. It's good points.
Yes.
It's one of the only Castlevania games where the whip can go in one direction other than just forward. You can go up and down and diagonal with the whip, which is great. It does have some really annoying... See that hook up there? Just catch your whip on there, swing and jump. Is it going to catch? Is it? No. It does it about once every 3 or 4 times and you fall to your death.
Perfect.
It also has one of those really annoying Castlevania tropes, which is in many games.
And it's tripe.
Knockbacks.
Oh,
Something hits you, you go back, you fall off the platform, you die. Then I get annoyed.
No, yes.
And basically that happened quite a lot. One advantage, I'm playing on the Castlevania collection on Switch. You can save scum it. Sadly, you can't rewind. They are old school hard, but they do make me rage quit. But I will always come back to those. But we are going to talk about some games that make us purely rage quit later on in this episode. But then the final game I've been playing this week, because I decided to upgrade my PlayStation Plus to PlayStation Plus Premium. I think that's the middle one.
Yes.
And I've been playing, as a wrestling fan, if you watch me over on YouTube, you'll know I'm a big wrestling fan. I've been playing WWE 2K25.
Nice.
Which is I'm torn with the WWE 2K games.
Yeah.
I like them. They're the same thing every year, basically. But every year they somehow find a way to put more and more microtransactions in. Because I really like playing my faction. It gives me kind of a goal to kind of go through, beat people, get cards, go like that. But at every loading screen, it's like, why not buy this? It's like, because it's 25 quid. And it's really overpriced. Yeah. It's like, oh, John Cena's on his retirement tour. Do you want to buy the John Cena retirement tour pass? Oh, what is it? Oh, it's like 3 or 4 outfits and 2 characters. Oh, how much is it? 15 quid.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, come on now.
It's like, do you want to buy some cards? They're like, so you had like a tenner for a card. It's so absolutely scummed with microtransactions. It's actually unreal. But this really winds me up in these games. Triple threat matches, fatal 4-way matches, or the dirtiest match in any wrestling game, Money in the Bank. When you are one of 6 people trying to climb a ladder and the other 5, they're like, up a ladder. Instantly you are getting jumped as soon as you get on that ladder. Or triple threat, as soon as you go for a pin. Nah. And then you just have to be so scummy. So essentially all I do is in a triple threat, I'll either get a weapon involved and just literally beat somebody into a pool of their own blood, which you can do. And that's the great thing about this year's WWE is you can beat someone badly. Like the blood physics will just fill the ring with blood and they will bruise and they look. I've had a great time just beating up Sami Zayn recently because if you're a wrestling fan, you'll get that one. But yeah, it's just got the same kind of tropes that it has every year. Like literally, I was playing as Roman Reigns, fighting Sami Zayn backstage. I throw him off like a 50-foot scaffolding through like a light. The light blows up, electricity goes everywhere, sparks, and he just gets up and does his finisher and wins the match. I'm like, oh, for goodness sake. The computer is just against you doing anything funny. The game's against you. If you try and put something for a table, it's like, oh, you were 1 millimeter away.
Oh, they bounced and rolled.
Oh, but yeah, it's quite infuriating. But it's kind of very much a love-hate relationship. But yeah, periodically I will do like a ladder match or a triple threat. And I'm like, just come away from this now.
Sit down.
But yeah, that's just a taster of what's to come later on because I've got some ranty games later on. But. It's been a fairly quiet week in the world of all its gaming.
Strangely so.
But first things first, we have an announcement here on the podcast. I would say this video is sponsored, but we can't really sponsor ourselves. So we just want to talk to you about the Down the Games Man family. Skip forward 30 seconds, just me going to be saying, basically we have set up a Discord page and we want you all to come and join the Down the Games Man family. There's exclusive content on there, even more behind the scenes podcast things. We are both on there, so if you want to come chat to us about anything gaming, it helps us pass the time, and we love talking to you listeners and fans. And also very soon we're going to be doing some exclusive podcast episodes only available on a Down the Games Man family Discord. One of which is going to be the Too Hot for YouTube podcast, where we can really rant about some stuff. And also, we're going to be very soon doing the Drunken History of X, where we are going to get drunk and discuss some of our favourite video game franchises. We need your ideas of what gaming franchises you want to hear about. So, comment down below if you're... Comment down below if you are talking on YouTube, and just imagine how bad this is going to be after a few drinks. But on to the news. We are very excited. Or the lack thereeof news.
Yeah, it's been such a strangely quiet thing. One of my main points is, have you seen the Mega Evolution of Starmie from Pokemon ZA?
Sexy Starmie?
Oh, it looked like Patrick Star and him boots.
It really does. It has been a slow week, but yeah. For the visual,
what is even happening?
Oh, look at that!
Look at the gams on.
We should have saved that for the X-rated podcast.
We'll just have to blur out the star in the middle or something.
Yeah, it's been a weird week of news. There's that. There's also the fact, if you think that's ugly, that new Pokemon game looks rough on Switch 2, doesn't it?
It's getting review bombed quite a lot.
As a Pokemon fan, I ain't touching that. That looks janky as.
Yeah, they need to do a lot of work on that, I think.
And I think this is also coming off the news that Nintendo are telling a lot of companies to focus on making games for the Switch rather than the Switch 2, which is odd and confusing.
Yeah, it's just do it for the Switch one and we'll just play it on Switch 2.
Just make Xbox 360 games because reasons.
Speaking of Nintendo, have you seen
done now?
What they have confirmed for a Nintendo Direct this week?
No.
All about Kirby Air Riders.
Ooh.
When there was, a 45-minute segment
I was going to say, I feel like we have a deja vu here.
Yeah, and that was 43 minutes longer than it ought to have been in the first place.
I didn't watch that. I'm sorry, viewers. I could not put myself through watching 40 minutes of Kirby Air Ride.
I mean, I'm sure it will be perfectly fun. I'm not negging on it. I enjoyed Kirby Air Ride, but I don't see why, before it releases, we need a combined hour 45 of Pink Thing Go Vroom.
No, that's odd.
Extraneous nonsense, really, doesn't it?
Speaking of, did you realise that Destiny 2 still exists?
I tried to expunge it from my memories. It's still going.
Destiny 2 came out in 2017, but this week they announced they've hit their lowest concurrent player rate since they dropped the Curse of Osiris DLC. Which at the time they said they were 2 weeks away from stopping support of the game because the player base had dropped that much. But seriously, it must be... Well, two things. Can't believe it's still going. That is a hardcore player base. And now is the time to drop that Destiny 3.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know, Destiny 1 was one of my biggest disappointments in gaming, to be honest.
I was so hyped. I got on the alpha. I had a great time on it.
I was convincing all my friends to get it so we could play it in a clan and
It's now it's a bit... you mean I can go to the same 3 places? And
I remember when I first finished it, I was like, what? I was like, the hell was that?
Yeah, the space crickets just...
Yeah. There's a real letdown now, but yeah, so it may be nearly dead. So I think you said, did you say Clair Obscur won its first nomination for Game of the Year?
I can't say if it is just nominated or if it's full on won. I think it has full on won its first Game of the Year award.
Good. Well, that can heal this wound a little bit. So Golden Joystick nominations are in for the console Game of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
We have Donkey Kong Bonanza, Bananas, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach.
I mean,
Mario Kart World,
dispute.
Ghost of Yote,
okay,
Monster Hunter Wilds,
Egg,
and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
What's happening?
This is what I should say, and Clair Obscur. But no Clair Obscur. Firstly, isn't Mario Kart World not even the best racing game? Well, Mario Kart World isn't as good as Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, which is a very good racing game. Also, isn't Monster Hunter Wilds like the lowest rated Monster Hunter game for years?
I think so. I mean, Mario World isn't even the best Mario driving game.
And like Ghost of Yotais came out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. What in the hell? And Donkey Kong Bonanza, I'm sure, again, is great. But...
Yeah. So, we'll find out on Halloween who wins that. And,
The only one I think should kind of, like, properly be in there, and strangely against my core as a human, is Death Stranding 2. Just because of how
that's one of the very
weird it is.
It's one of the last games I really want to play this year, because I'm not going to go and buy a Switch 2 yet, even though you probably might as well, so only going to get more expensive. But yeah, it's the one game that I haven't played this year, which I can understand could be a contender. Like no Blueprints either.
That was banging.
Yeah,
such a good game. Again, very addictive. Like,
but we'll be doing our own game of the year on here, and it'll be better. So yeah, take that golden joystick. But here's something I'd never thought I'd say. I'm the closest I've ever been to playing Fortnite.
Please elaborate.
So, the next season of Fortnite is a Simpsons mini-season, and a leak has come out that the entire map is going to be Springfield.
And we get the Fortnite crew thing as part of Games Pass now,
Hooray!
with the price hike. Oh, yeah.
So, like, I'm imagining essentially a mass online Simpsons hit and run.
That'd be pretty great.
That's what I'm talking about.
As long as we can also still have Art the Clown in there.
That's what I mean. It's like, you're going to be playing Fortnite in... It's becoming to the point now where what even is Fortnite? You're going to be playing The Simpsons, but wait, Art the Clown's there massacring people.
Yeah, just beating Krusty to death with his own head.
It's like, I presume they're going to add like a bucket load of like Simpsons skins.
You'd imagine so. If not, that'd be really weird.
Yeah. I just hope there's like... I hope Ralph Wiggum's there. Just trying to think of the weird... Or if you could just be Maggie with a minigun.
That would be great.
And actually kill Mr. Burns.
If Ralph's in there, I want him to have like a throwable that's just a banana.
Yeah, but it's going to be... It's going to be weird.
And on random Simpsons news, somebody has recently made a Futurama reskin for... I think it's Hit and Run, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's mental. And even the original dev is like...
Which looks absolutely sick, which is something that hasn't been said about anything Futurama based for about a decade.
That's very true.
Even a Futurama game on the OG Xbox wasn't bad.
Yeah, well, good luck getting one now.
Yeah, it wasn't good either. Which brings us on to some stories from Reddit. So, we have from my wife this time, because I do not read these beforehand. So, this is just a selection of comments. Gamers, what's the stupidest thing you've done when rage quitting a game?
Oh.
And you'll find out my answer later on. It may surprise you, so stick around. Somebody, top comment, added the other player on Facebook, then removed them, blocked them, and reported them for fraudulent activity. Top comment under that. Top comment under that. This is a type of unhinged behaviour I was hoping to see.
I like it. I'm here for it.
Oh, this is a good one. Uninstalled the game without realising I've got terrible internet connection. It's going to take me days to get it back installed.
Icky. Ick.
People being up the couch. Oh, that's a good one. Ripped off one of my monitors and got it lodged in the wall on the other side of the room. Thankfully, landlord never found out. I'll also never play Rocket League again.
Rocket League is what? Okay.
People get very serious about that. My brother had some severe FIFA anger issues. If he's not listening. When I was 5, I bit into my DS because I lost at Mario Kart. I was a pretty stupid kid looking back. Somebody else, wait, you bit your DS too?
That's what the DS stands for, delicious.
Not me, but my cousin was playing none other than Fortnite some years ago and ended up losing a 1v1 endgame. He got out of his seat and punched the wall. Dude ended up breaking his hand. Nice. Another person hit my desk, got a scar on my hand. Somebody punched the floor, fractured their wrist. Ooh, that's a really good one. We'll save that one for another day. haven't raged in a long time thanks to getting older and calmer. That does help.
I'm sure it would.
In my younger days, holes in walls and thrown controllers. Nerf used to make a controller back in the day, and I always wanted it so I could throw that around. That'd be quite good.
That'd be brilliant, actually. Forget all like the silicon skins, just a padded one for when you have a bit of a
they
tizzy.
just keep getting better. One time, in a fit of frustration, I rage quit a game by slamming a controller down so hard that it bounced off the table and knocked over the glass of water, short-circuiting my entire setup. That's some Final Destination-esque stuff right there.
That's significant. Oof.
Couple more. Tore the handle off my bedroom door. I was 10. One time, in the heat of a rage quit moment, I attempted to flip my keyboard like a pro gamer, only to realise mid-air I forgot it was wired and sent my entire setup to the ground.
I was expecting them to say that I forgot I have a laptop.
Gonna end with this one because I feel like there's not much better. Burst my friend's cranium open when I threw my joystick at his head when he wouldn't stop juggling me in second. In addition, he's using various announcer phrases from different fighting games in their voice to rub it in. I thought he died as he laid there silent, but after a few seconds he started wailing. It was an accident, but he never juggled again after that. Important lesson. That's a cheap tactic, and we don't condone violence here, but...
If anything, would. I kind of really wish, like, after completely flooring him, they'd have kept doing the announcer thing.
Yeah, that's... I'm going to go once more, because we've got another really good one here.
I'm here for him.
Am I the arsehole for refusing to play co-op games with my best friend because she rage quits too much? Oh, this is a good one. So me and my friends usually play co-op games together, stuff like Overcooked, Stardew Valley, or random multiplayer survival games. The problem is she gets angry so easily. Overcooked very nearly made my list. Have you played Overcooked?
I haven't, and I suspect it would be dangerous for
It's
me.
basically like... Have you seen a TV show called The Bear?
Yep.
It's basically like that, the video game. It's basically you try and work in a kitchen with somebody and there's no room and everything's on fire and it's terrible.
So cooking in my kitchen.
Yeah, me and my wife played it for a bit and I was like, this is not going to be good. So, back to the story, which is not my wife. For instance, if we lose a level, if something goes wrong or I accidentally mess up, she'll just sigh really loudly, say whatever, and leave the game mid-session. Sometimes she even deletes the world or server we're playing on, then she'll text me later acting like nothing happened. That's intense. Imagine that, years of Minecraft. Delete. Lately, it's starting to really kill the fun for me. So I told her recently I don't want to play co-op games with her anymore, or at least not that often. I said I'd still hang out or play separate games while on call, but not shared ones where quitting ruins the experience. She got offended and said I'm taking games too seriously and that I'm being dramatic. So am I the arsehole for refusing to play co-op with her anymore?
I feel like throwing that you're taking it too seriously line when she's the one having a bit of a, yeah.
Literally the top comment, the irony. Gaming time with a friend should be fun, not a chore. You've come to a point after many frustrating sessions where you've had enough, and you clearly communicate her behaviour and your boundaries. She doesn't have to accept any of them, but also have to keep playing with her and enduring her negativity. There is not a person there who's agreeing with them. Yeah, basically that's pretty rubbish behaviour.
Yeah.
Rage quitting is not big and it's not clever. And a lot of games, it'll actually get you banned pretty quick.
Yeah. You get put on, sometimes you get put on servers with just like other douche canoes that will do that. Sometimes you just get a bit of a queue ban, don't you? And you can't rejoin for a while.
Yeah.
It's fair.
So, moving on to other people getting angry.
Cracks knuckles.
Games that made us rage quit.
Games that make you go, ah! Would you like to start?
Yes.
I can feel there's an axe to grind.
It has been many years since my final time I really aggressively lost it with a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I collect video games. I love video games. This video game, I hate. It may surprise you, it's a Call of Duty game.
But they're usually so balanced and fair.
It's Call of Duty World at War, and it's one specific level on Legendary, because can we all remember playing Call of Duty on Legendary? Can we remember grenades coming from absolutely everywhere? Can you remember, right at the end of Call of Duty World at War, a level called Heart of the Reich?
Yep.
which had some of the worst level design ever. Essentially, get to a building, take it. Essentially, in that building, put 1,000 Nazis, give them 10,000 grenades. Rinse, repeat. Absolute joke checkpoints, which will just basically checkpoint you somewhere and go, oh, what's that on the floor? It's a grenade. Where's his friends? Oh, here they come. That level was such absolute BS.
Oh, gosh. I'd actually forgotten about that one, but as soon as you started mentioning it, I could picture some of the set pieces.
It's like one side, ruined buildings, one side, big Reich building, infinitely spawning Nazis, infinitely spawning people on your side. You could sit there until the end of days. It will keep spawning enemies unless you push forward. But to push forward, you have to run into basically funneled machine gun fire and just an absolute ball bag full of hand grenades. It's an absolute farce. I played for the entire... This was a point when I was playing every single Call of Duty game on Legendary eventually, and nothing, not even Call of Duty 3. There's I think the second level you have to go up a hill, which is just covered in machine gun nests.
Yeah.
That was pretty BS, but this was the peak. I got so angry. I think I managed to not break the controller because I think I was on my last Xbox 360 controller by this point, because that was the last gen when I broke controllers like no one's business. I literally, calmly, opened the Xbox 360, took the disc out and snapped that mother in half. I was like, do you know what? I am so done with that game. I haven't actually gone back to it since. I literally just snapped the disc, threw it in the bin, went, that's it. And I never really went back to Call of Duty on Legendary or Hardcore, whatever the heck it's called.
Yep. Oh, God, I remember that.
Oh, those levels were just so grim. It was just like... It's a real bugbear of me, like forced checkpoints, infinitely spawning enemies. And the thing is, with the harder difficulty in that, I feel like the Call of Duty games have got slightly less BS recently. But back then, on the 360 days, it was just how many grenades, yes, please.
And the damage was up and the health regen down.
Yeah, it was like... It was insane. This is when you could take like 2 or 3 bullets and you would just absolutely just... out. And yeah, that was the last time I ever properly raged at a game and actually caused physical damage.
That's fair.
But it deserved it.
I can't remember if I played that one on Legendary. I know I platinumed it, so my main horrible memory of that is having to snipe Hitler with a pistol.
What a memory.
Yeah. But I do remember doing that mission on co-op. Me and my friend Matt's very good, and then 2 people who, if either of them had an idea, they'd be terrified at what the voice in their head was. They were just so... We weren't even on Legendary difficulty. It was probably just normal or baby's first day out, but they were just... The grenades weren't even coming from the enemies. It's like, bounce off wall. Oh, friendly fire. Oh, what's that? Oh, you're down again? Well, maybe I'll...
Also, the smug little quotes every time you die. That was what was... That really was like, yeah, have some salt in that wound. That was a real, like, take some of that.
Do you know if there's a grenade indicator? Oh, shut up.
Oh, yeah, the grenades indicate you're in danger. Well, yeah, but if it's like, if it in every angle, the danger's everywhere.
Where do I go? I'll just lay down here. Yeah, that's a fair shout. Like, oh man, that made me think. I can't remember what it was. I want to say it was a Mario game. My friend had like the adapter where you could put the Game Boy games into the
SNES.
Yeah, and we were playing a Mario game, and it was getting on his nerves so much. He just took the cartridge out, opened the window, and just belted it out of his garden, right down the far end. It's like, bye, friend. It was quite insane.
I just have an image of him like slowly walking out there later and just finding it.
It was out there for about a week in the rain and it was fine. We picked it back up. It's like, oh, is it working? Oh, sadly, yes. I'm trying to think now what the last one I did like proper physical damage to something was. And I think I may have told this story before on the pod. But it was when I had a controller that was fine but was getting a little bit of stick drift. And I was playing Dark Souls 1 because, of course, it's on this list somewhere.
I do know the story, and it's a good one.
And I was sat on the couch, and I was not even fighting a boss. It was just a big, annoying enemy at the start of Anor Londo. This big, like, I think it was one of the sort of lion-looking son of a guns. And it was just attacking. I baited it, went round, I was like, gonna go for the backstab, and then the stick went, what if I go over there? I was like, no! Whiffed the attack completely, get stuck in the animation, and the lion's like, I got you, boo. Just beats the ever-living tar out of me. And I'm like, how about I punch this controller so very hard, which would have been fine if it was on a hard surface, because it would have skittered away. But it was on the corner of the couch, so it then just sank in, cracked the controller, and cut my knuckles. Like,
what controller was it?
Just one of the OG PS3 ones.
Oh, God, I'm surprised that even survived.
Yeah.
I think you could sneeze at a PS3 controller and it would break.
Did you ever have one survive long enough to have the sticks melt? That was weird.
Yeah, they kind of just go, I think it's something to do with the grease in your hands. They just kind of die
gooey.
very quickly.
It's like, oh, I'll just go and play for a bit. Oh, my analog sticks are covered in slugs. That's fun for me.
So, I think one of mine, which I reckon there's going to be a lot of people agree with this, and you could take basically any of these games from the early PS1 games from this franchise. That's Tomb Raider.
Oh, God.
It's like, people today probably play something like Uncharted and go, wow, the controls in this are so tight. You know, I can jump and just grab something. It does exactly what I say. Or like how Assassin's Creed kind of changed that kind of free climbing and made everything kind of feel natural. In Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider 1, 2 and 3 on the PS1, those controls were so aggressively difficult.
Yep.
It's like, I want to jump up there. Just grabbed anything. Grab the ledge.
It was very like analog kind of with the jumping, wasn't it? You either were stock still, or you had to be at full sprint. Anything in between, if you were just trying to do a little jump, it'd be like, nah, absolutely not.
It's like now, it's like, okay, well, they're obviously trying to grab that thing at like 3 o'clock above them. And that, it's like, no. Okay, let me take one side step. So it's like, yes, that's it. Or like, if you're not perfectly facing it, and woe betide, you have to do one of the sideways or backwards jumps, and then the camera goes, what's that over there? It's like, don't do that. Or any ones where you fall and like a trap. You're just playing a level for the first time. It's like, oh, I hope it's not. Oh, there was. You just be running and just go spike pin. You go, and it's just the annoying noises that Lara makes when she dies as well.
Yep.
And the checkpoints are pretty rough on it. Yep. And then it's like, either you'll have to do like a really long death run where if you mess it up, you're dead and you have to start the entire thing again, or you'll just get killed by something that makes no sense, or you'll just have climbed something and you'll fluff that last jump, or you're just going to try and jump just above you. Lara go, I got you, mate, backflip. You're like, no, that is not even remotely what I said. I did not say backflip or weird side jump or any of the other jumps. I meant just jump straight up. She'll go, swan dive into rock.
That's what you wanted, wasn't it?
And the body goes,
you want severe cranial damage.
So nice one. Daddy took me about 5 minutes to get up there. And they were just so finicky, those jumps. And it was so pixel perfect. And the camera just had no interest in being there, did it?
Nope.
The camera was...
I'm trying to remember which one.
And don't get me onto the... My wife still curses the timed boat bits. Anything timed in that game was like,
no.
This is going to take you 5.96 seconds to do. You have 6 seconds. And it's like, you have such a finite window of error on that level. Yep. On anything like that. And yeah... So many of the enemies took like, and there was just so many things. Like I think there's like one of the tombs where like there's a gold hand. If you stand on it, you turn to gold. It's like, how would I know that? And I don't think I ever finished any of the early Tomb Raider games because I genuinely believe without guides they were physically near on impossible.
I never did the OG ones. I did like in the anniversary thing where they'd tightened them up a little bit, but not the original versions of them. I think I'd have had a conniption.
But strangely, then I have actually completed the more recent trilogy of Tomb Raider games. They kind of had the reboot. They were really good because those controls didn't suck.
Yeah, the ones where Lara's just the universe's like emotional toilet. Everything bad happens to her.
Yeah,
it's basically Chief O'Brien from Star Trek.
Yeah, normally you're just playing it and you're just like, just dies. And no, then you just go, do you know what? Just swan dive off it. Just end the misery. Just jump to your death.
I wouldn't blame you this time. Just do it.
But yeah, it's people today do not recognise the pain of those early Tomb Raiders were. They were absolutely horrific. But
Yeah.
back to you, so I can.
As an aside, that just I was reminded of in there with like the wrong, not even the wrong input, correct input, but the game going, why not something else? Dark Souls 1 again. Sometimes, sometimes weapons would have these really specific extra little things to do. So usually on one, if you wanted to do just a little push attack, just to try and knock something off a ledge, you'd have to awkwardly just tap forward and the light attack button, and you'd maybe push them or bonk them or stag them or whatever. That was kind of hit and miss when it would work. But there were some weapons that did completely different things, but only a few. One of them was a legendary sword you could get. Really good sword, fire sword, boss weapon thing. But instead of doing that, what it would do would go / cartwheel away. So if you're on a ledge, do you know what's really bad to happen? Cartwheels. Not ideal, not advisable.
Oh, there must be so many times you rolled into area effect attacks as well.
Oh, 100%. Yep.
Oh, that sounds really annoying.
It was horrendous.
I feel like this could be a list of just things that have happened to you on Dark Souls or
Pretty
Souls
much. I've got more in there.
games.
More in the tank. But on the subject of horrible jumping, and again, I think one I've mentioned before, because many things make me angry and they stick with me. That's Fall Guys.
It's on my list. No, it's not on my list. It's a very similar game.
Oh, Fall Guys can get in the bin, and then I'm taping that bin shut and throwing it over a hedge.
But is it one that it's funny when it goes wrong?
It starts off that way until you're anywhere near the lead, and then some absolute cosmic nonsense comes and kicks you over the tits.
And you're like, ah!
It's like, oh, I'm running up this slope. Cool. There's no way this could go wrong, right? Sure. Why not? Okay, I'll just jump up this. Oh, I've fallen. Oh, I'm back into the encroaching sea that's now coming up to take us all out. Oh, perfect. Or I've just been bonked by a small obstacle that's now sent me back like 20 places and off a ramp. It's so weird because it's so colourful and bright, and you're like running around like these little ice lolly looking people. Happy, fun. No, it's a trick. It's there, I think, just to try and sell blood pressure medication, because it just it's so high up there. You're screaming at these little pastel coloured assholes, and I just want to win once. That's all I want.
See, I haven't played something like that because I know it'd wind me up. Like, also Gang Beasts kind of falls into that.
Yes.
That's a great game for. Do I tell you? No. But on. Actually, no, I'll save that till now. On the kind of theme of just things happening, you're like, brilliant. You'd think we're going to go with Mario Kart and a blue shell of infinite BS.
You'd have thunk.
You would think, oh, that's a difficult kart game. That's quite annoying. Mario Kart can be really, really annoying. But one mechanic in racing games which winds me up like no other is rubber banding.
Oh, God, yeah.
Now, I'm going to explain to everyone listening at home what rubber banding is in case you don't know. So essentially, if you're doing well, screw you. Everyone else is going to catch up with you because reasons.
Yeah.
But Mario Kart has some fairly liberal rubber banding. It makes it interesting. It's quite good. Then, many years ago on the N64, was a game called Diddy Kong Racing, which had some of the most aggressive rubber banding I've ever seen in any game, except if you're facing one of the bosses in that game, because they were pure, unadulterated jokes. Those bosses were perfect every single time. They took every shortcut, every boost. They did everything. The only way you could beat those bosses on Diddy Kong Racing was to be perfect for 3 or 4 laps. And they would come up periodically. This was a game which was the happy... It was more aimed towards kids than Mario Kart was. You had Conker when he wasn't swearing and being drunk and being terrible. Oh, it was so annoying. The bosses in that game were... I don't know what was wrong with Rare at that point. We look back at some of these Rare games and go, you know what, they were really fun. That was not. Diddy Kong Racing is brutal.
They were having a bad day.
It's so freaking hard. And it's like, oh, the karts are difficult. Well, don't forget the planes or the hovercrafts with their absolute BS drifting round corners. Like, the boss, perfect drift. You... off, gone, no traction whatsoever on those little hovercrafts. And yeah, it's such a good game. Like, arguably, it's better than Mario Kart on the N64 because you have like a storyline and a world and everything. But some of those bosses are like absolute. It's like driving into a brick wall. Some of them are so freaking tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rubber banding can 100% get in the bin when it's that aggressive.
And not a rubber banding issue, but I'm gonna say skill issue. The particular one that sticks to mind for me is the racing mode on GTA Online. Because some of the people on there's the absolute sweaties, and then there's the douche canoes that will just go the wrong way and then park in the middle of the track. And you're like, I'm finally doing. You've got like you're locked in, you've got the cold sweats, and you then just get clipped on like the last jump because someone decided to park in the middle of the road, and you just go careening off into the distance.
The people which will just turn into professional police interceptors and will just T-bone you every time. They will hit that smart bit on the car which means you go and just spin out, and you're like, I'm going the wrong way, I'm going to try and park in the middle of the road. Yeah, I did used to play quite a lot of GTA racing online, and I did quit because it did get pretty annoying.
Yeah, some people on there just don't really deserve to have
some
stairs.
games have really good communities. I would arguably say the GTA Online community is not healthy.
No. They are toxic.
Have you got any other game rants you need to get off your chest?
I won't. Honourable mention goes to Gods on the Mega Drive because again, I've ranted about that one before. But I'm going to, as a general one, kind of just go with boss fights as a whole when it's a gank squad kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's one in particular that is sticking in my mind from Dark Souls 2.
Is it the DLC from Dark Souls 2? Yeah, that's a surprise. See, I don't play Souls-esque, but even I know about the legend of this.
Yeah, I think it's from the Sunken King DLC, I think so. And it's just any kind of boss fight like that where it's like, how about you have several ridiculously annoying enemies all at once? It's like, don't do that. Yeah, I hate that because you always have to try and pick one of the other off, but then you're at a disadvantage in one way or another. Same with the Ornstein and Smaug fight from Dark Souls 1.
Is that a big fat man, a little skinny man?
Yeah, and whichever one you kill, the remaining one absorbs them and gets worse. It's like, oh, perfect. So yeah, any kind of mechanic like that where it's the odds are always stacked, but when it then just becomes unfeasibly unfair, and they're like, how about many things at once? No, don't do that, because that one, that was when I was still doing playthrough videos. And rather than having an episode, that one was just a standalone. Here's an hour of me actually making my throat hoarse from the shouting. Like, I had to go outside and go for... I don't like going outside. I went outside for a walk because it was where I was away from things I could break. It was very unpleasant as an experience. 0 out of 10 would not recommend.
Speaking of mechanics that can get in the bin, permadeath.
Yes.
In one game particular where I was really enjoying this game. I like my turn-based strategy games, especially when you can really build a team and really work on them. So then XCOM 2 comes on and goes, about your team. You're really happy? Well, like, I am. Yeah, they're really cool. I've got a really nice team. It's really balanced. They're working well together. How about if we killed them all off? Well, you could do, but that would probably ruin my enjoyment of the game. Well, we're going to do that anyway. Oh, it's just... fairly early, couple of hours into XCOM 2, I think on a 360, it throws some new alien enemy at you. You have no way to fight them. You don't understand what to do. They will just come in and absolutely clobber your team, and they're all dead.
Perfect.
You cannot scum save it, as far as I know. They just come in, and you have to try and tackle the same mission again with worse people. She spent all this time building up your perfect team, make them good, you do all the upgrades, you spend all your currency on them, and then they're gone. It's like, great, so now I've got to try and do the same mission with worse people, and it's going to be harder.
You got the new recruits, and you look over and they're just eating bullets. Oh, yeah.
You know, it's not cannon fodder. We can't just throw enemies at things until they die.
Ooh.
Permadeath can be pretty BS. I think in some games it's kind of fair and like if it makes sense, but something like that where basically it's going to be harder because of it.
Yeah, if you don't have a chance to at least be on a level playing field when you go back into it, or at least round about where you were, it's like, well, okay, the A squad didn't manage to do it, so now I've got the people that were licking their shoes. It's not going to go well.
So a couple more.
Oh, I did have it. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Strangely, as you'd have thought this would have a literal undo button, but Prince of Persia Sands of Time, that one, I remember being like, oh, this is really cool at first, I love this. And then some of the platforming bits in there, and especially as some of the enemies, all the enemies, you had to do the specific thing of like, stab, take your sand. But if you didn't, they'd just keep getting back up. And sometimes you'd be mobbed to a point where you couldn't get over and finish any of them. So you'd be there like juggling 7 or 8 enemies that just would not stay down. And it's like, just give me a second to breathe in. And even undo and just rewinding time did not help, because it'd be like, I'm still here and I'm very mad at you. Oh, okay. Bosh.
See, I think I could... This is my penultimate one. I think we could put this into one very large collective thing of online gaming can be quite annoying.
Yes.
There is some toxic communities, like we said, about the racing community on GTA can be pretty grim. Some of the servers on Call of Duty can be pretty grim. But without a shadow of a doubt, the worst online gaming community will always be beat-up games.
Yep.
For the sweatiest, cheesiest, jankiest, glitchiest people I've ever played against, and the worst, one of the worst experiences I've ever had in gaming in general over nearly 40 years is the WWE online servers. They are pure, absolute hate.
Oof. Because
you will go, let's create a wrestler. I'm going to make a cool wrestler who's going to have some balanced moveset. No, he's not. This person is going to be 700 pounds, 8 foot tall, have every move which is irreversible, and they are going to spam you with those moves. They are going to switch your music, rock bomb, switch your music, rock bomb, DX chop you after they've done it to really add insult to injury, or they'll just put the stink face or something douchey in. It'll be called like Douchey McCanoe, and they'll just be like, oh, it's awful. They are the worst people. And then they will normally, this is how long it's been since I play all these games online. We are nearing the 20th anniversary of me not playing a WWE game online because I got so annoyed with 2007.
Oof.
Because I just went online and they just spam the same crappy move over and over again. They will just do an eye poke or a low blow repeatedly until they get a finisher, and then they will just hit the cheesiest, cheapest, non-reversible finisher of all time. And this is still going on with WWE 2K25. There is people on there who will just make the same movesets of the same 3 cutters and Cody punches you cannot reverse. How is that fun? It's an awful online mode.
Yeah. Thankfully, I've not dealt with that, but there is, like you say, online gaming, regardless of what genre, there's always going to be a subsection of it where people just mess with the meta and find the most annoying game-breaking nonsense. Combos
in fighting
and
games.
It can't be fun.
Mortal Kombat, when you get that infinite combo you can't get out of. You just juggled against the side of the screen, you're like, get a life.
Yeah. And can you remember the Commando Pro loadout in Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah.
Just anything like that where it's like, okay, you can't be having fun right now. You're just using really boring things that everyone's doing and making it a pain in the ass for everybody else.
Yes, absolute jokes. Which brings us on to the final game on my list. And you said about Fall Guys earlier.
Yes.
A couple of years ago, I decided to play a game called Human Fall Flat.
Oh dear.
And you know what? I started to realise very quickly, this is a relatively annoying game. And I realised, you know what? This could be a real test of how patient I can be. So if you haven't played Human Fall Flat, it's essentially, you have to cross a level. The triggers are both of your hands, and then you use them to pull yourself. But you are like a
plasticine guy.
Little plasticine guy who has the physics of a bag of water. And it wobbles around, it falls. It has a lot of, if you fall, you start again. But you basically just, if you fall off an infinite drop, you'll just fall back to where you started. It is literally a test of patience. And you know what? I persevered. I was like, I am going to finish this game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to I had many times, I walked away, put the controller down, went, not today, Satan. We'll come back to you another day. And you know what? In the end, I actually got to the end of the game.
Okay.
And I felt a lot better for it. And I think that's where I matured as a gamer. And since then, I still haven't broke any controllers, anything like that. Then I realised it was a DLC for that game. And I was like, do you know what? I think I've proven to myself that I'm quite patient. I'm going to just
not test
end on a high and go from there.
An honourable mention to literally any game made by Bossa Studios. You know what you did. I Am Bread Surgeon Simulators. Sounds like... No. You stop it. Put that down.
Also for the older gamers out there, anyone who ever looks at the other person's screen in a multiplayer game.
Mm-hmm. In the bin.
Absolute. God, it's giving me hiccups just thinking about it. So many nights of old school Halo with 2 CRTs. And also putting that piece of cardboard in between.
Oh yeah, the
Old
blanket
school.
fort halfway through.
Yeah, cool. If you know, you know. And also, don't forget to take your medicine. Get your bad back. All right, we are increasingly coming to the end of this episode. We've got a couple of questions from you lovely listeners. First one comes from Forever Arcade. And they ask, if you could bring back any game for the dead for a remaster or new game, what would you choose? They would love a new 2D Golden Axe game made by the original people. And they also love the podcast, which is good to see. So what game would you like to see remaster, new game, brought back from the dead?
I mean, Golden Axe, that's a good shout.
That is a good shout. I think the last Golden Axe game we had was on the 360 and PS3, which was Beast Rider.
Oh, God.
Which I haven't played yet. I think it's one of those games I kind of picked up when Xbox 360 prices started going silly. That's like the grit. That was like the whole 360 thing of let's make a gritty remake. This game is now brutal and 18. It's like, ooh, is it God of War?
Ooh, what would be good to come back? I want a decent Micro Machines game.
Yes, that is kind of one that would make a lot of sense now, especially with like multiplayer online.
100%.
It seems like a no-brainer because I think the last Micro Machines game was like PS4, Xbox One era, and I didn't play it.
No, the last good style of game like that I played, and wasn't even a Micro Machines game, and that was Juiced.
Yeah,
that was a bop. Love that.
That's a good game.
But I've not played a decent Micro Machines since a Mega Drive, and I would love for them to not mess around. No microtransactions, no nonsense, just simple, silly little tracks around people's houses.
Yeah, just bring back pool tables, boats in the bath.
Yes,
good stuff. If you were there, you were there. Again. Take it back, medicine.
Yeah, because you will have forgotten. Because you're old.
I would say, carrying on for today's theme, can we have a new Castlevania, please? Seriously, Konami seemingly is back.
Yeah.
Konami releasing good stuff again all of a sudden.
A
new 2D side-scrolling or like kind of Metroidvania, Castlevania would be really good.
I'd love that.
No, like weird Castlevania, God of War, whatever that was called.
Oh yeah, was that Lords of Shadow?
Yeah, something like that. Proper Castlevania.
Yeah.
Proper side-scrolly Castlevania. Or new Contra. Just basically Konami. Oh, actually, new Contra which doesn't suck should be like a big caveat to that. Yeah, that would be good. I would like that very much. Next question comes from PS5 Wolf, and they are in love with Battlefield 6. Congratulations. But I have a hell of a backlog. Just wondering what you do. Play 2 games at once, or give each game a bit of time, or just focus on one game?
You basically have both ends of the spectrum on this couch.
Yeah. I will normally try and focus on a game, but have like... I would never focus on 2 massive story-based games at a time. Like, I wouldn't be trying to finish like Skyrim and Death Stranding at the same time. I normally have one big story-based game, then I'll have something I'll drop in and out of. Like at the moment, I'm playing through Alan Wake 2, but I'll also drop out and do a bit of WWE 2K or a little bit of like Deep Rock Survivors.
Nice.
But you will
I'm like a squirrel on Adderall that's been given an iPad. I will just poke everything for a while, and that's why it's taken me 6 months to do Claire
I
Obscure.
think it's more than that. I think it's 8 months.
Probably. Yeah, was it February it came out?
I think it was.
Probably. I think you might be right.
Yeah,
But-
I think I played on Valentine's Day. Maybe. But yeah, we digress. Yeah, I like to jump between a couple of games. Like, I would normally have a couple of old school games on the go as well. It's kind of, I think variety is the best when you come into gaming.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, like, I wouldn't play 2 games at a time. I wouldn't go between playing COD and Battlefield. I think that would just confuse you.
Yeah, that, sticking with the theme, I think would just give you a rage-based heart attack. Anyway.
Or, you know, I wouldn't play, like, Dark Souls and Elden Ring because you
No.
just would hate everything.
But yeah, yeah, I think I'd like to be able to focus on one so I don't get to, like, the end of Expedition 33 and while I'm watching the cutscene being like, wait, what's been happening? Who's who? What's real? I don't know.
I
But,
think
alas.
I will continue to play a game until I lose interest, but it's very rare nowadays that I'll actually not finish a game unless I have, like, issues with it.
That's fair.
Like, I would rather finish a game to completion rather than just kind of drop it midway. But yeah, but normally I can tell within the first hour if I'm going to enjoy something. And then there's those weird games where you just kind of keep forcing your way, then a light bulb moment comes, but they're the ones I very rarely stick with. If somebody says, this game's really good, after the first 20 or 30 hours, Death Stranding, looking at you, that's when I'm probably not going to stick at it.
Yeah. It's the same thing that's made me not go through with Hell Is Us. Even though I was quite hyped for it, I played the hour teaser and I'm like, not for me.
Yeah.
So maybe one day if it's on some sort of subscription service.
Final question this time. We're going to go to a very obscure, very, very specific question. And this is from Mistaken Stranger 8343. And they obviously know I am a very big TMNT fan, as I think you are, Dan.
Yeah, boy.
So they ask, what's your favourite origin story for Master Splinter and TMNT? A human mutated into a giant rat, or a New York rat that got bigger from exposure to mutagen and got bigger?
See, I like Rat Go Big, personally.
I am Rat Go Big Camp as well.
I think it makes more sense. Like, as much as I love the 80s cartoon sort of origin, it doesn't really make... I mean...
Oh, it's crazy how we haven't discussed this beforehand, but I'm exactly the same.
Like, the turtles still don't make sense, but it's in cartoon world. Okay, mutagen, big, fine. Why does, like, random karate dude suddenly go rat?
But then again, why do Bebop and Rocksteady suddenly go Warthog and Rhino? Is it because it takes the characteristics? If so, that seems a bit harsh on Master Splinter.
Yeah.
You think he'd like been a praying mantis or something cool?
Yeah, or
That would
like
have been sick, actually.
somewhat little stealthy kind of squirrel. I don't know, skittering about.
But yeah, so it's only we are both children of the 80s. That was our TMNT, the original like 80s cartoon. But recently, I've been watching for the very first time the early 2000s TMNT. You know, with the absolute, arguably better soundtrack. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4 turtles. Count it off.
Yeah, in case you forget.
It's a. I love being a turtle. Such an absolute bop, that one. It's on Paramount Plus for anyone who wants to rewatch it, or you can buy it on DVD on Amazon for £30. Not sponsored, not affiliated. But yeah, the origin story in that makes way more sense. That basically Splinter was a rat who was owned by a grand karate master.
That makes more sense.
And then witnessed his master getting killed by the Shredder.
Oh.
And then was like in the sewer and got turned into a big rat. That makes more sense. Also, that origin story is way more badass.
I like it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's my answer. I'm sure there's many others, and yeah, I like the new TMNT, Mutant Mayhem TMNT.
Very fun. I want them to hurry up and come out with the second one.
It's coming out actually just before Christmas. It's
Yay!
Is it Crow Malone Lost in New Jersey?
Brilliant.
I just hope John Cena's back and also more Jackie Chan as Splinter, because it works perfectly. But we are coming to the end of today's podcast, as it's literally getting pretty dark. I don't know why it's so dark. Hopefully the lighting's not been too bad in this. If not, apologies. But it sets up nicely for our podcast, which will be dropping a week after this, which will be the spooky Halloween special, where hopefully it will be dark.
Dark, spookiness.
And probably dark in content as well. But don't forget, we will be dropping those X-rated exclusive podcasts over on Patreon very soon. You can get a free 14-day trial, which will be in the description here. And we'd love you to come and join the Dan and Gamesman family. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. And for now, it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.
And as always, keep playing the game. See you soon.